My name is Sonnie Bailey. I'm the founder of Fairhaven Wealth, and I want to speak really briefly about why we charge fixed fees. I'll get commission out of the way. We don't receive commission, any kickbacks whatsoever. Asset-based fees are the most common form of remuneration for investment advisors, and what that generally means is that clients pay their advisors a percentage of their investment portfolio. Certainly better than commission, but for the reasons I'm just going to explain, I think fixed fees are a little bit better, at least for me. One, fixed fees are transparent. You know exactly what you're going to be paying. Before I engage with a client, I tell them what the scope of the services is going to be. I tell them what the fixed fee will be, including GST, and that's that. You know exactly what you're going to be charged. Number two, I think it's fair. If I'm being honest, advising somebody with an investment portfolio of, say, $400,000 is very similar to advising somebody with an investment portfolio of $800,000. With asset-based fees, the person with the higher value of investments is going to pay almost twice as much for effectively the same service. I don't think that's fair. I'd rather charge people a fixed fee based on the services that I provide, the time, the risk, and the complexities. The third one is more subtle, and I think fixed fees align my interests with the interests of my clients just that little bit more. The classic example is if I have a client who comes into a windfall, let's say that they receive an inheritance and they've still got a mortgage. It's very likely the case that the best advice I could possibly give to that client is to just put that money into the mortgage, pay it off. Because I'm charging fixed fee, I'm not missing out on any potential remuneration by doing so. If I charge asset-based fees, however, I would at least consider the fact that if they put some of that inheritance into financial assets, I might receive a percentage of that on an ongoing basis. I don't want that really subtle incentive to provide advice that may not be the best possible advice. Another example is that sometimes clients are in a position, their circumstances, their needs, their objectives, their values and priorities are all in line, and the best thing for them from a lifestyle perspective might be to spend some money, buy that expensive car, buy that batch, go on that holiday. And again, because I'm not receiving a percentage of the assets that they will then be spending, I can provide that advice knowing in my heart of hearts that's the best thing for them, and there's nothing in the way of me providing them that advice. So there you go. I think fixed fees are the best way of aligning my interests with the interests of my clients. I think they're transparent, I think they're fair, and I think they eliminate or reduce conflicts of interest so that my interests are as aligned with the interests of my clients as possible.